Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today? Today we're going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a cool subject for ourselves today, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. What is our cool subject for today? Our cool subject for today is selling customer service surveys, how to get top marks over the phone, all fives almost every time. What did he say? I said, how to get surveys. When you take a survey, if you work in customer service, if your company has a survey system, how do you get all fives when you have to do this kind of stuff over the phone or in person? Well, I'm going to tell you what, guys, I've been in sales for a long time, and we have to monitor ourselves to see what type of quality salesmanship we have, good customer service, the capability to cross sell. And they have monitoring capabilities now that when you are on the phone, it doesn't really matter who you work for. They are going to establish some benchmarks. They're going to say, hey, listen, we love you. We want you to work here. But these are some things that you need to do because, see, customers will give you either from 1 to 5, generally, if you're on a survey, if you do a decent job. But remember, your company also has, like I said, benchmarks that you have to meet. Those things that you have to say during your presentations for them to go, okay, he hit that, they hit that particular that particular thing, they did this, they did ask for a question, they did ask for it, their tonality was good, the way they talked to the customer was good. Did it sound like it was going on and on? Were they disrespectful to the customer? Did the customer understand uh, based on us listening to the communication between the customer and the representative? Because, see, believe it or not, guys, customer service, it's really important. If you're a salesperson, you say, I'm not into customer service. Well, you really are. What we do is so valuable. We help people on a daily basis. And here's the thing: if customers have a bad selling experience, or if they purchase something and it just doesn't seem to work out, or maybe they're agitated about something. A lot of times, if you work for yourself, like I do, you're going to have customers who are going to call you and they're going to complain. They may have frustrations. They may want to cancel, or maybe their experience wasn't what they thought it would be. And your simple job is to turn that negative into a positive and try to get referrals and a continuation of a customer. And if you don't think that you are a customer service person, you're crazy. And the same thing goes with customer service folks. You're so important and you matter that you are a salesperson. You're saying, well, they don't pay me for that. Well, they really do. They pay you to sell your customers on a good experience. You have to learn that, listen, people are listening to you, people are watching you. And if you don't care what type of surveys that you get, I'm going to promise you this: you're not going to last. See, I was one of these lucky people. I got a chance to work in a call center, and I worked for a company called ERC for a little bit, and I enjoyed it. I got a chance to take care of mortgages for a banking company. I got to take care of mortgages. I got to take care of their payments. I got to take care of, say, for instance, their insurance, their escrows. I even got the opportunity to cross sell and upsell and give the capability to the customer to be informed. And the key to success in this regard is I learned from my mom. She says when people are frustrated and angry, or if they have an issue, your best bet is to listen. Okay, even if it's not that you don't think it's important, it really is. And see, the key to success is what I did, and when I worked in a customer service place in this regard with ERC. We were given these little boards, so you had to erase it. You couldn't keep any very important information because they were protecting the customer because they had some very serious information that was being given. And what we would do is write down, this is the first thing they taught us, to write down the customer's name. Because by using the customer's name, it means that you appreciate that they called. And also it's a way you can take control of a customer because you are talking about, them. Also, you want to listen to what the problem is. Don't interrupt. Give them their 15 minutes of fame. You're probably going, what do you mean? Well, let them spew all over you, get frustrated, get mad. Because, see, what they're expecting is you to argue with them and get mad with them and just scream at them or yell at them or hang up on them. The reason why I know that is because people hang up on them all the time when people get frustrated and they take it personal. And then the next thing you know, they're taking it out on the next customer, because I've seen it in my own selling career. And as a person who worked in mortgages and helping people, with their financing and stuff and getting help, it's really important that you treat these people like the way you want to be treated. And here's the thing, our topic for today is selling, customer service, how to get fives on all of your surveys. Like I shared with you guys, the key to success when you get a good opportunity, you've got people that are monitoring your calls. Remember that. So you don't want to lie, you don't want to manipulate, you don't want to curse, and you kind of want to go as fast as you can, because some companies, they'll base your performance based on you getting it wrapped up in a timely manner. But for myself, because the company was a good company, they said, go ahead, because I'm a little bit more long-winded and I listen to customers. They would tell me things, they would tell me stories, they would tell me frustrations, and I'd give them about 10 or 15 minutes. And if I had to. And then I would wrap it up and I'd say, listen, Mr. and Mrs., I'm so sorry that you had that experience. What I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead, and I've already written down the notes based on what you told me. You told me your name is Thisbe and you wanted to have this taken out on the 5th. And you said you were frustrated because they had taken it out on the 10th. Is that correct? And they'll say, yeah. And they'll think, maybe somebody's been listening to me. So you can take pissed off people or really nice people and turn them into survey fives. That means people that will give you a good survey. And I would listen to these customers, and after they were arguing and frustrated and everything, and I didn't yell or scream, I'll say, thank you so much for this information. By the way, this phone call is being recorded, and we want to make sure that all of our customers get the best service. And I'm just going to say, I'm going to take the blame myself. And they'll go, no, you didn't do anything wrong. No, I need to take the blame because, see, if something happened and I want to make sure that we fix it. And if I can do this for you, will you be happy today? And they'll go, yeah, I'll be happy. Or you be satisfied today if I can take care of this. Now, sometimes you can't take care of everything, and you may get occasionally people give you a bad survey because there's just nothing you can do. It's a numbers game. I said most of your surveys you can get a 5 or above. The key to success is to be kind to people, be considerate. Yeah, I know it can be frustrating. We're sitting there at a desk every day. We're talking over the phone. We're getting tired. We get frustrated and we get hungry, and we're just like everybody else. But it's not our business to take it out on customers. Remember, we want those fives. We want those top marks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have myself a really good script. A script will help walk you through the step-by-step presentation. And if you don't deviate too far off your script, what's going to happen is they're going to pick up on it and say, well, he was following his script. He did this, this, and this. And boy, man, he's doing a great job. And by the way, the customer's listening to you and they're also going, wow, this is not what I expected. And the key to success is you have to have a selling conversation. Even if you're saying you're just a customer service agent or I'm just a salesman, everybody wants to be treated the same. Nice. They want to be treated with politely. They want to be treated with respect and dignity. They bought your product, they got your service. Heck, man, wouldn't you want somebody to treat you like you were gold and like you were very important? And believe me, guys, it's harder to get a new customer than it is to maintain and take care of a customer. And these surveys that they give us, they protect themselves, because it lets them know that, hey, maybe you need to improve on this, improve on that, because they'll ask like 4 or 5 questions. And generally, these 4 or 5 questions, and I always say to my customers, hey, listen, can you do me a favor? I'm so sorry. After I've taken care of you, could you do me a favor if it's not too much of an inconvenience? Could you do a quick survey for me? They're monitoring. They want me to do a good job. But if you feel like I did a good job today, could you help me out? And who's going to say no? They're going to be real glad to help you because you took care of them. And even if you couldn't take care of the customers, don't be afraid to say, hey, listen, all these phone calls are being monitored. And I'm embarrassed to say that, we may have dropped the ball. And I'll take it personally that I dropped the ball. So my simple job is to take care of your situation. And because we dropped the ball, let me go ahead and do this. Sometimes you can give a discount. Sometimes you can go ahead and send them out some kind of something to help them to get something of value back because they're wasting their time. And a lot of times when people get on these phone calls, sometimes it's a pain because some people, they're rude when they talk to these customers. And remember, guys, we work off of, generally commissions a lot of times. If we need to upsell, cross sell, and so forth, our surveys are a way where we can get more money. Your company's looking at you. If you're on the ones and twos, you may not last that long. And they'll give you some time. They'll give you some ample amount of time. And you get to threes and fours, you're starting to look pretty good. And when you hit those five continuously, and I didn't say you're going to get them all because I'll tell you, I was a rock star. I had a lot of people I talked to, and I enjoyed it. My conversations were generally a little bit longer. They didn't like that. But see, when they started seeing all the surveys that I was getting, all these high marks, the satisfied customers, they left me alone. They were like, "Well, he's doing something right because these people aren't pissed off." And what happened was just to not toot my own horn, but when I left there to go get my mortgage license to help people with their mortgages, and I was already working in the mortgage field and everything, helping people with their escrows, taxes, insurance, and payments and stuff. Right before I got to leave, I got an award, a very nice, prestigious award that was given to me like 2 days before I was getting ready to leave. And they really didn't want me to leave. And one of the benefits that I learned is when I worked at ERC, the great company, when I had the opportunity, they treated me with respect. They taught me how to have a conversation. They taught me that, you need to follow your presentation. You need to treat the customer with respect. Now, I ain't gonna say everybody that I work with follow that, but as far as I'm concerned, my mom always said, "Do unto others as you want people to do unto you." So if you treat people like trash, they're going to treat you like trash. And not everybody's going to be your best friends. You're going to have some folks that they're just those kind of people. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get it. And they ain't got time for a survey. But if you treat the customer with like they're golden, I guarantee you your surveys will go up and up and up and up. And it's very important because that's how you get paid. And it's also how the company stays in business because a lot of those companies, they are having to pay to be able to have the opportunity to have those companies, let them do business for them. And if you get poor surveys over and over and over, that company will fire that particular company and they will hire another customer service company that will come in and they'll promise the world. And hopefully, if you're fortunate, you got some good teachers, people who care about you. You got some good training. I had like 8 weeks of training. And I'm telling you what, we learned about computers. We learned about escrows, taxes, insurance. We learned how to talk to customers. We learned how to use the computer. Boy, and I'm gonna tell you what, I had a really good experience. So my whole goal today was just to give you some input and say how important you are. You really do matter. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. I am your sales guy. I am a real salesperson, customer service agent. And I'm telling you, it's important that when we are out there, we do our best. And it's always important that we shoot for the stars and try to get those fives, those survey fives, because it really looks like, you're doing your job, because remember, they're listening. And if you get those fives, that could be bonuses, that could be extra money in your pocket, and that can be an award. Okay, getting an award makes you feel good. But see, if you don't care and you go to work every day like it ain't a big deal, it's boring. It gets frustrating. I'm like, woohoo, let's talk to customers. Let's have some fun. Oh my gosh, you had that? Oh man, that's terrible. Tell me more. What happened? Yeah, tell me more. Man, okay. And by the way, I'm writing this information down. Hope it doesn't bother you. And you said, Mary, that that the escrow didn't come out and you thought you were going to supposed to pay how much? Okay. And you're saying that they told you were going to pay how much? Okay. So see what I'm showing you here, guys, is how you treat the customers. It's like gold. How do you want people to treat you when you call somebody, when you need to talk to somebody? Do you want somebody to do a good job so you can give them a five? I'll tell you what, that's what I do. And I always do this when I call customer, or should I say customer service people. I always say in advance, so that way I can get good quality service up front. I always say to them, thank you in advance for giving me great customer service. And man, they're like, okay, thank you. And so by asking for that great customer service in advance, it also makes you look good. And I keep peppering it through. Thank you so much for doing all this for me. Thank you so much for being great. And by the way, if you have a survey, I'm going to make sure I give you top marks. Just take good care of me, okay? And they're like, oh, okay. So guys, go out there and sell something. But if you ain't asking for the order, you're not selling. And today we had a great presentation. Sorry, it's a little messed up, but it really is important. Selling customer service surveys, how to get top marks over the phone, all fives, all time, every time. So I hope you learned something and go out there and sell something. And remember, your customers really matter. Your surveys make sure you get paid and keep a job. So go out there and enjoy your day and do your best. Shoot for those fives, and I guarantee you'll get a whole lot more of them. All right. That was awesome.